If he beat Canelo, he the baddest motherfucker in the last 30 years.
Trying to do a fight. What's the status of that?
We will see maybe next month, next 2 months, let's see.
Of course.
I know you're serious, but I've got to ask you for the people that are watching.
Of course.
Are you confident that that fight is a fight that you can win?
Well, I'm always confident that I can win any fight that I step foot in.
After months of speculation and failed attempts, the highly anticipated bout between Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez may finally happen. Rumors have been swirling, with reports suggesting Canelo is seeking a worthy opponent for a title defense at 168 pounds in May or June 2025. Among potential challengers, Crawford, eager to prove himself, stands out as a leading contender. Prominent boxing outlet Telesa PBLA recently reported that Canelo's next fight is likely set for mid-2025, though his opponent remains unconfirmed. While Canelo initially dismissed the idea of fighting Crawford, who is 2 weight classes below him, he has since softened his stance, stating, "I'm in. Why not? He's a great fighter, but in my weight class, it's an easy fight, easy money." Crawford, enthusiastic about the matchup, expressed readiness to seize the opportunity and prove he's the greatest of his era. Fans now eagerly await an official announcement.
We shall see, you know. Who knows?
That smile's telling me something else, bro. I think it might be on the line, no?
I'm just saying, man, we can't say it's not gonna happen. We can't say that it is. So, you know, let's all just wait and see. Of course.
I know you're serious, but I've got to ask you for the people that are watching.
Of course.
Are you confident that that fight is a fight that you can win?
Well, I'm always confident that I can win any fight that I step foot in the ring.
Terence shared his motivation for relentlessly pursuing a fight with Canelo, despite not being particularly fond of the fighter. He acknowledged that while admiration isn't a driving factor, the potential glory is. For Terence, this fight represents more than just a contest, it's an opportunity to solidify his legacy. Having accomplished so much in boxing, he views facing a top contender in the 168 PB division as the ultimate challenge.
I wouldn't say I'm chasing Canelo. You know, I think that's a broad statement. I just want the opportunity, you know, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. You know, he's the most accomplished fighter in today's sports of boxing, other than myself. And I would just, you know, just like to, you know, fight another great. That's it. That's all. You know, if the fight, you know, happens, I think it'll be the biggest fight in the sport of boxing today. You know, Canelo is a big, strong competitor. He's a great fighter. He's a future Hall of Famer, and that's what we in the game for, is to leave a legacy that will last, surpass our lifetime.
Terence confidently dismissed claims that he's the weaker and easier opponent due to his smaller size, calling them absurd and familiar criticisms. He firmly believes he will emerge victorious in this highly anticipated fight. Terence emphasized that, regardless of the challenges ahead, he is determined to dominate Canelo on fight night. With unwavering conviction, he declared that he will overcome any obstacles and deliver a crushing defeat to achieve his ultimate dream in this monumental showdown.
I ain't gonna break it down to you. You know what I mean? Strategy is leaving with my hand, you know, rolls and everybody mouth dropping. That's how I can, you know, sums it up in a little bit of your answer right there. I'm the type of fighter that I make adjustments on the fly. So along my whole career, I do what's necessary to get the job done and secure a victory. And I feel like in the Canelo fight, I would do everything within my will and my power to do the same.
Though the Canelo fight appears to be Terence's top priority, he hasn't entirely ruled out bouts in the 154-pound division. After last year's remarkable resurgence in boxing, he acknowledges the many promising fighters who have piqued his interest. If his primary plans don't materialize, he is ready to shift focus and challenge the best competitors in his division. Terence made it clear that he isn't ready to retire, as he still has much to offer the sport. Additionally, he expressed openness to fighting in exotic locations like Saudi Arabia, aiming to generate significant hype and broaden his global appeal.
There's a lot of fights out there at 154, you know, that interest me. You know, like I said, the future is bright. The sport is going in the right direction. So we shall see where Terence Crawford leads. Who knows? You know, like I said, you know, we got to weigh our options and see what makes sense for Terence Crawford in his career.
Eminent coach and trainer Greg Heckett highlights the remarkable journey of Terence, who has consistently defied expectations throughout his career. Despite being underestimated at various points, Terence has demonstrated unwavering resilience, emerging stronger with every challenge. After carefully analyzing his progress, Heckett emphasizes how Terence has evolved into an exceptionally skilled boxer, achieving the extraordinary feat of outclassing opponents across 4 weight divisions.
A lot of guys were supposed to beat him. A lot of guys were supposed to be too big for him, too fast, too strong. This one supposed to be too experienced, and he beat him all. All right, well now let's getting bold. Now let's go back.
But man, people don't get it. He was being counted out like a long time ago. He kept winning, beat a lot of ass.
Greg pointed out that throughout his career, Bud has rarely been the fan favorite before a fight. This was especially true in recent bouts against Errol Spence Jr. and Israel Madrimov, where many experts and fans predicted his defeat. Yet, time and again, Bud defied expectations, proving his doubters wrong and winning decisively, as if rewriting his fate to craft a far greater story of triumph.
The weight classes and is like a lot of times I was there, people was doubting him. They doubted him against Spence. They doubted him against Madrimov. Some people say he was too small. I heard him. When he fought Victor Postal, he was too small. When he fought Gamboa, he ain't know enough.
Greg elaborated on his opinion by recounting all that Bud has accomplished in a short time while staying undefeated. He emphasized that although there are other prominent fighters, like Gervonta Davis, who excel in their own ways, none compare to Bud. Beyond his impeccable skill set and boxing IQ, Bud's relentless tenacity and drive to push forward set him apart. This unique combination of talent and determination, Greg stressed, is what makes Bud the #1 pound-for-pound fighter of this era.
Pound fighter of this era.
I'm saying Bud punching on shit at 35, 40, 47, and just won a belt at 54. All right, so you champion at 35, undisputed at 40 and 47, right? And then won another belt at 54. All right, so still undefeated. Fighting him. No, take a beast, but pound for pound, I think Bud. I give it Bud.
So you saying Bud #1?
Despite the possibility of a Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez fight being planned earlier this year, Greg didn't waver in his opinion. He boldly declared that defeating Canelo, considered one of the most talented boxers of this generation, would not only place Crawford at the pinnacle of the sport but also crown him the best fighter of this generation and the past 3 decades.
Canelo, he #1 forever.
If he beat Canelo, he the baddest motherfucker in the last 30 years.
His Excellency Turki Alil Sheikh revealed plans to organize a major fight for Terence Crawford once his current projects are completed, potentially as early as this year. Despite reports of Terence's injury, Turki confirmed that Terence himself had mentioned it during their last meeting. However, they remain optimistic about his recovery, as he is undergoing rigorous rehabilitation under the supervision of skilled trainers and medical professionals. Turki expressed confidence that his close friend and highly regarded fighter will be ready for the event and continue his journey toward becoming the greatest of all time.
Crawford coming back, what are the plans for him?
I think he's injured now. We are planning to have something with him. I will discuss with him maybe in January. I see him last week in Hamburg. He said he's have a little injured, and he's starting to rehab now and training again. And we hope to. He's one of our plan to see him fight in 25.
During the interview, Turki discussed his plans for possibly hosting a new Riyadh season event in America, similar to the one held on August 3rd last year, featuring Terence Crawford versus Israel Madrimov. Although he seemed uncertain about this idea, Turki confirmed he would be coming to America to host an event. This time, however, the event would be under the banner of the Ring, his personal entity, giving him greater freedom and control.
We want, it is in the plan, but not Riyadh season, because maybe the Ring, because there is separate things. The Ring is my private equity, and Riyadh season is different. I have a plan for the Ring in America next year.
Despite his previous reservations, it seems Turki is now aiming to organize a potential fight between Canelo and Crawford. He reiterated his intention to make this lucrative event happen, as he has promised Terence Crawford multiple times before. Turkey plans to convince Canelo's reportedly tough team to agree to the bout. He assured fans that an announcement would be coming soon and urged them to be patient over the next couple of weeks, allowing sufficient time for negotiations with the fighters' teams.
The thing he could possibly do at this point to regain that status is to beat someone of note in another weight class, and I think 54 is going to be enough for him. Him going up to fighting, quote unquote, if it should happen, Canelo, I don't see that ending well. It's just too much and too far to go. But at that